you want to be assured that your data is secure, get the DataSure Pro right here in my hand. So this is a USB 3.0, very secure device that you can boot from. So this device has hardware 256-bit encryption, and let me just open it up here. It's really secure. There we go. This is IP57. That's the, I guess, the rugged factor. So the 5 stands for dust. No dust going to get in there. And 7 stands for, it's pretty watertight. It's like water resistant. Once you get that on there, there's a really, really good seal. All aluminum. It's DataSure. It's built like a tank. These things are really built like a tank. So let's talk about what this is after I tell you how big it is, because that's really important to some of you guys. It's 88 with the sleeve on. It's 88 millimeters by 20 by 10.5, and with the sleeve off, it is 78 millimeters by 18 millimeters by 8 millimeters. And this is not, you know, uber bulky. If you put this into a USB spot in the back of your computer, you're going to have room for other stuff around it. Also, I want to mention this metal attachment here. This is not going anywhere. It doesn't feel flimsy. A lot of these things, I'm always worried about them falling off my keychain, you know, because a lot of them, it's weird. They attach the little dongle here to the case. Well, they're smart enough not to do that, and they're smart enough to make it, this thing's not going anywhere, okay? Now, it comes in ranges from 4 gigabytes all the way up to 64 gigabytes, just doubles. You guys can do the math on that, right? 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64 are the gigabytes. As far as the read speed go, this is USB 3, and it's not like an NVMe or anything like that. It's not designed to be the fastest thing in the world, but they do get around 40. On my test, I got just about 40 on the write, and for the read, you can get all the way up to 139. They advertise 139 read and 43 write. We got around 40. So now it also works on pretty much everything. It works on the go. It'll work on Linux and Mac and whatever. It's pretty much platform agnostic. It's USB 3. If you got USB 3, it should work. It's going to be compatible with the newer stuff. It'll just run at the USB 3 speeds. Even be compatible with the USB 2, but it'll run at the USB 2 speed. So that's how that works. Now let's talk about why you guys need this. Now, we all have stuff we want to keep safe and secure and private. You know, secrets from your doctor confidentiality stuff, you know, like that. If you're a psycholosopher, is that what they are? Or a psychologist? One of them fellers that deals with sensitive material, put all this on here, and you can give it to your clients. Now, check this out. So you have this in a corporate environment, or you're handing these things around to your friends. Well, there's a user pin on here, and it's a 15-digit pin, 7 to 15-digit pin that you can set up. It won't let you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It won't let you do, like, you know, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You have to set up something secure. But you can set up an admin pin and a user pin. So you give this to somebody, they've got the user pin on there. Now you can, check this out, you can actually lock it to be read only, or you can have it be read and write. So you can give it to your friends, your employees, your coworkers, if you're, you know, an office or whatever, you know, your patients, if you're a doctor, hand it out to them and put it in read only mode, and then your admin pin will be read and write. So when you get it back, you do your admin pin and everything's good to go. So what if someone gets, you know, steals this? Are they going to be able to figure it out by brute force, just trying out different pins? Well, here's what happens. The user pin, 10 times, it's locked, and you have to use the admin pin. You use the admin pin 10 times, you try it 10 times and it doesn't work, well, it's going to erase and reset the drive back to default, so whatever was on there is going to be gone forever, and then people are just going to be like, well, I got a new drive out of this transaction, don't have any other data though. They also say that it's bad USB proof, and I'm not sure how exactly they did that other than the controller. I mean, here's the way it works. Bad USB is like when, you know, like the malware, people get into the firmware and install either keyloggers or a virus or a string of code that'll run whenever you plug this into your Linux server or whatever. So what they've done to help this be immune to that is they've got a very specific controller. They've got a password on all that stuff. And in order for someone to break into this, they would have to know the architecture of the firmware. They'd have to know the passwords for all this stuff. And it's just very highly unlikely they would have to get a lot of sensitive information. These guys would have to have like almost a physical breach for even this to get started, and even then I'm not sure they'll be able to get the passwords and stuff. So we're not going to say it's 1,000,000%, you know, immune, but so immune that there's so many other targets out there that no one's going to bother this. This is like a bodybuilder walking down a dark alley. People are going to look and be like, I'm going to wait for the next guy. I'm not going to bother that guy. Now, if you walk away from this unit, there's something pretty cool here. You can actually set a timeout mode, and you can tell it how long you want it to take before it times out. and then it will automatically lock itself. So if you walk away, it can lock itself, and you won't have to worry about anybody getting into this. Speaking of getting into this, they've also made it so that if you're going to try to open up this device, you're going to destroy the data. And I really want to try that, but I don't want to destroy this. That's the problem here. How can you test that? They say it, and I want to break it open and see if I can get it to the insides, but I probably won't, and then I'll probably be, destroying a really nice drive here. So this device is, like I said, up to 64 gigabytes, and if you guys need more than that, you can check out our other video from these guys. The link's going to be in the top of the description. That's a larger sized hard drive, but that has the same sort of tamper protection, password, all that stuff is built in that one as well. But if you need like terabytes and terabytes, that'll be the way to go. This is something you can throw in your pocket. I would say go ahead and grab both. But I want to know out there from you guys, how are you going to use this? Are you going to use it as a, installing your Linux distro and boot from this? Are you going to just put some sensitive files on there? Maybe that secret script you've been working on at Starbucks that no one can read yet because you haven't copywritten it and you're not part of a guild. Maybe it's that, who knows? I guess the biggest downside of this is it's not blazing, screaming fast. I mean, it's decently fast for a USB 3, but there are definitely faster USB 3 flash drives out there, but not faster and more secure, I would think. So that's pretty much it. So that's the DataSure Pro from iStorage. Get a shirt, everybody. And we got mice for everybody on Amazon, so check those out. They're good, so buy them. All right, bye, everybody.